Well, it's a beautiful day, but it's not a beautiful day for the owner of this vehicle because unfortunately she's brought it to me, nice lady, and the roof's stuck, unfortunately. As you can see, it's flashing like Billy all that there now. So the roof's faulty, and I guess it's probably got dodgy wires, but we'll see. We'll see. It's 2004 Cooper S. Let's get it inside and see what's up with it. An intermittent fault ain't what we need, is it? Well, there's plenty of hydraulic power, isn't there? Oh, bloody hell, it's intermittent, that's the problem. So if it's intermittent, I'm guessing then it's just going a bit of wiring, isn't it? Well, that's a turn up for the books, because when I came in it we're doing nothing. Well, that's good, but now it won't open. So this is an intermittent fault. Probably a wiring harness is broken, I'm guessing. Jesus. Yeah. Let's try ignition key on and off and see. We know it's going to have wiring fault, don't we? Oh, okay. You cycle it, it works.
So nice easy fault code, hall sensors power supply. There's 5 hall sensors on this roof in various parts of the roof that all do different things. They all have different functions, but they're all connected via one power supply. Why? Well, because if one sensor fails or even 3 sensors fail, the outcome is the same. The roof operation will be stopped by the CVM module, which is why they don't need separate power supplies. It's as simple as that. So sporadically we've got the power supply somewhere in the harness going to ground. My job now is to find that short, repair it, get the roof up and running and give it back to the customer.
So it looks like on this lovely sunny Friday I'm going to have to strip this bad boy because I need to get to the convertible top control unit, which is thoughtfully behind this bloody panel, which is a bit like on a 3 Series, old 3 Series. It was very nice of them to do that, I must say. I think I have to take the seat bench up, which means it's going to be a bit more uncomfortable. Never mind. God, there's no room. I probably should pull the top down, but I don't send the top back in case I can't get it back, you know. Pull the old ISO fixes up. Bloody kid seat, you wouldn't have a kid in this, would you? Yeah, I've done one of these before. So we've got a problem with the hall sensor power supply, and obviously what that means is there's essentially a break in the wire. It goes from pin 8 of the control unit, which is down here. Then it goes to the very first hall sensor, which is the stowage catch hall sensor. And unfortunately it's soldered into that wire, so from there it could be broken. It's usually broken in the bow here in the middle. And the guy's waiting now. If I had more time I could probably fix that. But it's a full day job usually. In my opinion. Bloody seat won't come out now. Oh, there we are. This is why I don't like being a fault finder. 30 years of this. Man and boy, as they say. Right, good. We're not doing so bad there, are we? So let's pull some screws out now, see if we can get this panel off. Crack, they were smoking when they made these bloody things. Take the damn seats out, get a damn panel off. As it goes through the bloody panel. Genius. Right, well, essentially, that's where everything is on these minis. All your 4 roof relays are there. A lot of dust and crap. All to get to this goddamn hellback roof module, CVM4. Complete pain in the bottom. Because what I want to do, we know the hall sensor wiring goes on these, but we really need to make sure is the control unit 12 volt master hall power supply working when the roof fails. If it is, then it's just a case if we find the broken wire. And that'll be the big job, and that's all we need to do really. But then finding a wire is a nightmare. So I think it's this connector here. There's a lot of grounds. I believe that red one there is probably the master, so all the 5 hall sensors on here are powered by this one wire. And probably that's what's wrong with the vehicle. So what we'll do is we'll have a quick look at that number. Looks to be number 1, I think. Maybe, yeah, number 1. So we're going to look at the wiring diagram and see if that's the one. So actually, what might be happening is this might be missing, this power, because it senses an open circuit maybe. in this line somewhere, because it knows it can kind of do a little check of the status of all the sensors by passing a very, very small micro voltage down here each time the ignition's on and it checks. So it could be that. So even if I power this up now, it might not resolve the issue. There's only one power supply and one ground on here, and it's pin 2 and pin 1, I think, or pin 2 and 3, can't remember. Let's just check. Yeah, there's no corrosion, that's good. So okay, that's the problem, isn't it? That's the problem, isn't it? Great, that's the issue. So it's here, isn't it? It's going to be broken here, in my opinion. So I'm going to try and do this kind of, not the easy way, but the easy way. Take this centre ball panel off here, pull the wiring out, and then try and burr the harness back. We want to keep this. We don't want to cut into this. It's too good. It's anti-chafe. We've been messing around with that. So that's what we'll do. We'll try and do that first before we start ripping the whole roof off and see if we can get away with it. Let's see. Well, I've pulled this through and it does look like it's been chafing on the on one of the pivots. I need to now open that. I'm hoping I'll find a broken wire. And if I have, I'm very tempted to just pull this sheathing back. I'll have to cut it there anyway because it's damaged anyway. And it sits right inside there. I'll have to make some new sheathing and then triple tape it and put a bit of Teflon on it or whatever. Stop it sticking again. But it was actually, that's actually been rubbing on this. Can't really see it there, but there's some brackets at the back and it was kind of rubbing on here like that, I think. This goes in there like that, and it was rubbing on the back like that, so I need to stop that happening. I hope this is the brake, because I won't have to take the roof out then. So let's see, shall we? So it doesn't take much. Obviously that's been shot into ground there. That's the hall sensor supply for the hall sensor down at the bottom there. But it's also crushed another wire. Alright, pile of bloody rubbish design. So I'll have to rewire a bit of it at least. Obviously it's best to rewire the whole thing, but I've got a full calendar. I need to do this in a clever way where I'm going to have to pull all this off anyway, uncheck the wiring I think, and then put some new sheathing on, I reckon. Either way it's going to be a bit of a pain. I don't really want to make a join here because it's going to get damaged again, so that means potentially I'll probably have to go in the guts of the thing and make a join right down the bottom. I don't know, let's see. Yeah, I might get a lot of stick for putting solder on because solder isn't flexible. The wiring hasn't broken as you've seen, but I really just don't have the time in the calendar now. I'm not going to do the job bad, but we're going to work out a way now of making this, stop this rubbing basically, and keep it kind of flexible. So that's what I'm going to do essentially. I'd like to rewire the whole lot, but you know, I haven't got like a day or two spare, so we need to just do the best we can, but still keep the quality, you know. Then I'll pull this, loosen this, and I'll pull this sheet down. I'll check all this wiring up here and make sure there's no breaks there as well. If there's not, then we'll fix this way. Well, the good news is all the wiring is okay there. I'm going to get the camera inside and just check on the join there, but generally everything seems all right. And all I had to do was solder those two, put some very neat taping on. And what I'll do now is I'm going to armour plate that and then build it all back up and try it. So we've got a ground there, but if we put the ignition on we should have 12 volts, or it seems on this car probably you won't get 12 volts. So let's see now if we have, let's see if we have 12 volts on it now. It's got a weird voltage. Maybe the hall sensors just take 10.5 volts, I don't know. But I think it will work at that. So what we'll do now is we'll just take all this crap off. Bearing in mind I can't operate the roof because it's in pieces. Pretty much. And I'm just checking it really now that it's at least going to, you know, do something. Well, I fixed the hall sensors and then we had the sliding top, which was this monstrosity I took off. It said hall sensor 1197, that's the ID. Short or open. Well, I just pulled the ground wire and it bloody broke. So that's actually inside there. There's the hall sensor there, you can see it with the blue paint marker. So even in an area where it's not under, I would say, any significant kind of stress, it bloody broke, which is kind of pathetic. For some reason, Germans, and I've seen a lot of this, they don't seem to understand that when you put a cable tie where that little white mark is there, little white mark, which is where the factory mark was, eventually they'll snap wires. So I'll put it back with some lovely tape. And that's what they do, and this is half the stuff. If they'd built the damn things right in the first place, 20 years after this damn thing was built, actually when I started fault finding, you wouldn't be having this bullshit, would you? You know what I mean? So let's do this. We'll put a bit of a longer silicone wire on, solder it on, and then we'll re-tape it and we'll tape it back to that proper job. So just a quick video for you. It was a bit unplanned, but you know, there you are. So yet again, after all these years, another convertible roof has given me a bit of an hard time. But this one seems to be quite reasonable. No broken wires apart from that one at the top in a weird place because of a cable tie what they put on at the factory, which is too tight. So I'll make a follow-up video for it with my GoPro as I'm building it up in a week when I get to it, and then you'll see it all finished, and then I'll go down the road in summer sunshine and everyone's happy. Thanks for subscribing, everyone, and new subscribers, welcome. New people thinking, please subscribe, because you know I can't build the channel if I don't get new subscribers and if, you know, people don't watch the video. Hope you learned something anyway. If you have one of these, you know kind of where to go and where to look for broken wires and rubbing wires and stuff like that. And as you saw, the control unit had a ground, not because there was a ground on the unit, but it does that for safety, and it just so it kills the signal to the sensors, because the last thing it wants when it detects a short to ground, it doesn't want to fire, so it'll put a ground on it and it'll kill the voltage. It's a very sophisticated unit actually, microprocessor in it and everything, those convertible top units. So until we meet again, new video coming up soon. SCR, if you don't know how to fix SCR systems, it's based on an F11 M47, that's coming up in a week maybe. And I've got another video coming up for another topic. So yeah, loads of new stuff, so thanks for subscribing again, once again. You're really helping me out a lot. See you soon. Well, it started out as a bit of a pain, but in the end it seemed quite reasonable. So with it being such a nice summer's day, it's about 23 I think, might as well go for a bit of a scotch in it. So let's first of all put the roof down. It's supercharged, this one. I used to like these old school ones. So let's try it. To adjust that sunshade, that was a bit of a pain in the bum. I actually need to put some tape on it. Bit of oil there. Alright, yeah. Cheap convertible. Done. That's rock and roll. Well, I'm as happy as a pig in shit that that's working, because I've got too much on. Just done 850 today, an old classic, that was a pain in the bum. I want to go home, I've had enough doing overtime, it's 4:30. See, all gates are shut here at the factory. Right, let's go for a scotch up here now. That's 40, can't stick to the limit, haven't we? Yeah, what a beautiful day. I'll tell you what, I'd have one of these, mate, they're brilliant. Awesome bit of kit. I'm loving it. So it's done, it's fixed in my opinion, that. A beautiful day, I'd have one of these, I love this mate, it's brilliant, supercharged, proper bit of kit. Right, I'll put it inside because I've got some tape I need to take off. Other than that, I'm ahead. I've been given 2 more days to finish this, I'm bloody done with that. Right, call that the Shabula Jackson.